All right. So where we left off, I was in the dark, heading towards Gorka. Server reset was imminent, and I needed a little bit of a break. So here we are. We're back. I need to eat, and we are going to continue on to Devil's Castle. Oh, eat these beans. I'm going to utilize this cooking pot here. It's not good to be out like this. Why do I have all these boots on me? We're picking those up. Got 5 slots left, so. How about we do the flashlight and the glow stick. And then we'll place this back inside. Okay. Alright. Now we head off. All the doors are... I didn't close that door. I don't remember closing that door. Yeah, the ice cream man. He's driving by, so. You know what? I have this cooking pot. I'm gonna place that here. And I'm gonna go fill it up. Can't remember the damn buttons. See, look at all the rendering issues. Up here on the left is a damn, I got a mosquito on my neck. Up here on the left is a map, another tourist map. We'll stop and check it out real fast. Just give you guys a reference as to where I'm at. Pick up some of these apples. Alright, here's this map. Sometimes on this table you can get lucky. Chlorine tablets, those are nice, especially when you're out and about. Alright, you can see the red dot now. Here, the big red dot's us. That's where we are. We're gonna work our way up to Devil's Castle. Devil's Castle. So the route that we're going to take, so I'm going to come up, I'm going to take a right, we're going to come around Altar, or this is Radio Zenit, but it's Altor, and then I'm going to take this road all the way over to here, and then up this road, straight to Devil's Castle. See that little food the little food emblem with the red kind of P next to it. That's going to be the guild hall. So that's where we're heading to. That's our destination we're trying to get to. So now you know. All right, we're heading back out. I didn't put any of my tags in or anything like that. I probably should have. I wonder if I can add them while I'm streaming. I've already forgotten my way. Okay, we're there. We're going to go up a little bit and around. Okay, so we're to continue on this way. All right. Is there any way I can add this? Oh crap. You can see the two radio towers off in the distance. That's Altor. We're gonna be coming up here, taking a right on the main road. You're gonna have like a kind of a wonky little. Hey, buddy. Good to see you again. We're west of Gorka. We made it through the night, and I made it up into Gorka right before the server restart. And then I went ahead and logged out there and took a break and come back. So here we are. We're rounding off on the north side of Altor. And then we're on our way to DC. We're going to be there pretty soon. So Maverick finally. Yeah, it's finally daytime. We can see everything. And it's only been daytime for, I don't know, 15 minutes maybe. You can see the sun still rising. It's still kind of considered dawn. So it'll actually get a little bit brighter. But Maverick, the guy that killed me while we're over in the military base or the military outpost of Starry Sober, he finally responded in the Discord and said that he didn't regret it. So, yeah, I'll just go ahead and I'll keep his embargo in check. Not really an embargo, but yeah. He's going to be on the no trade list for a little while since he wanted to be a dick. He's lucky I don't put their whole faction. He's part of the Boat Arc, and the Boat Arc are extremely hostile. But the thing is that the neutral traders are not safe. They're not safe. He could have easily robbed me, and I would have listened. But the way that he played it out, he didn't play it out. I mean, plain and simple, he was going to, and then he went back on it and just decided to kill me. I mean, it ain't like I was going to follow him. I told him what I was trying to do, so... anyways, we're well on our way. We're going to take this little road right here, and this will take us heading directly west once we get past this little curve here. This is actually out in front of Altor. We could run into Altor real quick. There's a little guard shack, but I'm not. I'm prioritizing the trek. I looted enough to get kind of what I needed and stumbled across a couple little goodies along the way, which aren't really goodies. I got like a scorpion and crap. But, yeah, we're going to continue unfazed by loot. We're going to just keep going. And then this is going to turn into a dirt road. It's going to head towards Altor, the radio towers. And as far as I know, this will broadcast far away. So yeah, considering this is a private server, the rules we have to enforce. And on console, they don't have a whitelist and blacklist, and they don't have the capability of technically banning someone from your server. So we just have to police it, We've set up rules, and everyone should know it. It's posted all over our server's Discord. It has a rule set, and we go in and explain stuff, and that there's, absolutely no killing in the safe zone. And if there is, then you're either going to be maliciously hunted, and then we're just going to change the server, kick you out of the Discord, and you won't be able to get back in unless you're friends with someone. And if it come down to that, then we would just go ban crazy. I mean, if you want to be the guy that lets a banned person in, then we'll just start picking them off one by one. So here's where the road turns to dirt. It's turning towards the radio tower, but we're not going that way. We're going to follow this dirt road around. And we're going to take this down for a little while. It's going to Y off again. We're going to take the right-hand Y. We're getting close. We're getting real close. We're probably maybe 15 minutes. So this server, we actually announced its activation on a DayZ Facebook group. So at first it was like, everybody come, just so we could populate it. And we described that it was going to be a hardcore role play, and that, everyone was going to have their role, their set factions, and, we had a nice description. And people just started rolling in. Well, I think people got a little, how do you say it? Like they wanted to get into the server before we closed the doors. So people were just like joining, and our numbers skyrocketed. So we didn't think we were going to get that many people in, especially before the server was even technically up. So we rented the server, and we were waiting on it to come online. And it took them 8, 9, maybe 10 days. I can't remember exactly. And while we were waiting, we were answering questions. We were strengthening the role play of the server. And then, it was open invite at one point. Now it still is. If you want to come in and play on the server, you can. We had to up it to 18 plus, just due to the fact that we had a couple of underagers that were extremely immature. They didn't want to role play. They didn't care to, follow that. They wanted to do their own thing. They wanted to just kill whoever and rob whoever and do whatever they wanted. I mean, the whole concept of this private server roleplay is there's a story written, and it's only written to a certain extent. And, the players are going to write the rest of the story based on the rules that have been given. So the story it could be just a bland, boring old story, or it could be one of the most epic stories told of all time. It just depends on how people want to play it. I'm hoping that it plays out very, very well. So far, it's been pretty good. We've had some people kidnapped, captured, and firefights in the military bases, and we've had night raids where people have well, it's kind of one of those things where we don't want a bunch of underagers that don't aren't able to uphold a certain level of immaturity, or of maturity, not immaturity, a certain level of maturity. So, say you try to join and you spoke with the server owner, or and explained, hey, I'm underage. Yes, I know this is an 18 plus, and I'm okay with vulgarities. I curse on a regular basis myself, and I understand this is role playing, and I'm willing to play along. Just give me a role, and I'll shine, or something like that. Just state the fact that you are underage, and that you would like to give it a shot, and you'll try to be as mature as possible. And in all honesty, even some of the adults that are in the server are not as mature as we would like, but they add a certain degree of excitement to the server that's not offered. They might be a little immature, but whenever it comes down to disciplining, they take it very well. And if it was a kid in their position and we went to discipline them, they would freak out, and they would grief as much as they could. We had one kid try it. He was doing, I can't remember what he was doing. It's been a few days now, and there's a lot going on the server, but he did something against the rules, and we weren't going to do anything crazy. Yeah, by all means. I mean, if you want to try to join, try to join. You can find it on Discord, and you can find it on Facebook, or Discord's probably the easiest place to go through. And then there's certain things that have to be done in order to get the password, and because we don't want people joining the Discord and then jumping straight in and then being a troll. So there's lots of rules in there that you can read through, and there's faction information. I try to do my best to kind of explain the factions, because I want somebody that's going to watch the stream to understand why I'm streaming it. Like, if it was just like a random official server, I wouldn't want to stream that. That wouldn't be fun. But this one has a bit of a purpose. That everybody has a role of some sort, and even within the same faction, they're going to be different. They're going to have different roles in each faction. There's faction leaders, faction traders, there's medics, there's an assault team, there's like I believe the Rangers have kind of a Red Cross kind of thing, where guys will go out and they'll offer assistance and stuff like that. And then they also have like a Delta Force kind of team that they send this group of guys out to go and defend this area or whatever, or to go and defuse a hostage situation or something like that, And then, of course, like the merchants. In my group, I have the head merchant position, which is I kind of specialize. I'm a jack of all trades, and then we have the caravan merchant, or the caravan master, and he's like a traveling merchant. Yeah. But yeah, it's he's a traveling merchant, and then we got our Master of Arms. We have a master builder. He specializing in selling labor. He sells his own body to be able to build, a base or an outpost or, whatever he's hired to build. Then the boat arc. They have like their hit squads. They have their highwaymen. There's been a couple carjackings. The infected. They have their hunters. They have kind of priest kind of guys. And they have their torturers or their whatever they do exactly. They've kind of expanded on their role quite a bit, and it's actually quite interesting. Then the survivalists, they have farmers, they have builders, or they have gatherers and looters, and they have defenders, and the survivalists were set up to mimic the group that was led by Rick Grimes in The Walking Dead. So that's kind of how they are. Everybody has their own little role inside of their role play faction that they play off. We should be getting close. It should be cresting here in just a moment. So yeah, it's and like the Brotherhood, they're like monster hunters. I think I forgot to mention the Brotherhood before, but they're like monster hunters. They hunt the infected. They consider them, and zombies, other Zeds. They find them to be abominations of the fall, and they want to rid them of this, righteous realm of the living. They don't belong here. So they hunt them down, and they also will mess with the boat arc because in the experimentations of the boat arc at Prison Island by the Ghost, part of their experiments were human hybrids. So they were like cross mutated with different animals and stuff. So what had taken was the DNA of a wolf. So that's where their anger and rage comes from. They're, hybrid humans of, mixed with wolves. I guess you could say almost like a lichen. So they have all this pin-up rage from, being tortured and mutilated and all this. So they're looking to take it out on the land and its people. I know there's the house. That house right there. That's going to be the guild hall. But I don't know why. Yeah, there's an application. It's on Apple products and on Android. You can actually pull it up on your computer as well. It's called iSurvive. So it's like a play on survive, but with a Z instead of an S. So that's iSurvive. But yeah, that's the app that I use. And you just download the map, the application, and then you have to download the map that you're wanting. It works for both Arma and it works for DayZ. And if you want to download it, you can follow exactly which way I'm going and where I'm at. And then it has like a little search menu. It translates the Russian into English, or at least like an English type language. So yeah, it's pretty nice. So this is going to be the guild hall, which I think it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. Hello? Anyone home? Anybody home? Doesn't sound like anybody's here. Yeah, I survive. That's kind of like if Apple were to make it. It's IZURVIVE. Yes. But make sure you put the I on the front. Alright, so here's somebody trying to build something. That's a watchtower. Yep, sounds good, buddy. I'm just going to continue on and try to see what I can figure out. There's a couple of crates. These are from our guys over here. I'm going to run up into DC now. This is, yeah, they're working on the fencing. This is Devil's Castle. There it is. See it cresting over the trees there. The PvP, it's nice from time to time. I really enjoy the merchant side of it, or the trading side of it, which is it's player built trading. So there isn't a trade system. It's I have this. What do you have? Okay, you have that. We can trade. Then you both drop your items and then pick them up, or however you want to handle it. Hello? Anyone here? Hello? Hello? There's a lot going on here. A lot more than I thought. Oh, the tents. Why are there so many damn tents here? That sounds like it came from Northwest Airfield, which is over this direction. So inside the constraints of the walls, that's mandatory safe zone. And all the way through here, we're probably going to end up building some walls and stuff like that to better indicate where the defined areas are. Which we're also going to put a, yeah, this is Devil's Castle. There's some loot spawns here and stuff like that. It kind of gives you some incentive to come and kind of look around. There's a couple of towers. That tower you can't get into. That tower you can't get into. This one you can. On the other private server, this is actually my trade shop in this tower. And it was full of loot. I mean, packed full. It was crazy how much loot was in there. Baseball cap. Oh, look at that. Somebody's already turned it into a shop. Okay. Which, we're going to have to kind of lay the law down a little bit about what you can and can't do here in DC. Like all the tents aren't going to fly, because there's something about this game. If you put too much loot in one spot, then it messes up the game. So like, you know, these two carports over here, those two carports being next to each other, they hold 500 slots of loot. These ones over here, I think they hold 400. I can't quite remember. I'm actually going to check them. I don't care. let somebody get upset. How in the hell do you even get in here? What the hell? And whoever's spot this is, they are not very trusting at all. Oh, apparently right here. Come on, buddy. Come on. Oh, he's stuck on top. So, yeah, all this loot, I'm surprised this even, they can even get into any of this stuff. It's crazy. Like barrels glitch really easily. These big tents, they glitch really easily. I think these are like 250, if I remember right. They hold 400. So there's 400 slots of loot, 800 slots of loot. Let's go ahead and open up a car tent. Here's another 500. So we're looking at 1,800 just from the tents. Not to mention the stuff laying on the ground. 50 from each crate, 150 from each barrel. There's generators sitting around. I mean, there's a lot of loot here. This is just going to bug out the game. It's going to make glitches. It's going to make your inventory glitch. You won't be able to get into it. It's just insane. The crates are probably the best type of storage right now. They rarely ever bug out. They're stackable. So it makes it quite a bit easier to use those. But I guess I'm gonna go down and start building. Actually, we're 30 minutes in, 32 minutes in. So stuff inside, if it isn't yours, like if you know that it isn't yours and you get into it, then it's gonna get you in trouble. It may not get you instantly banned, but you're gonna feel some heat from it. It's not just gonna go lightly, just because it's supposed to be a safe zone. We've already had people raid the Devil's Castle. That was the kid I was talking about. He was trying to grief. He was going to come to Devil's Castle. He's going to kill everyone he's seen along the way. Come to Devil's Castle, kill as many as he could, and then he's going to try to force despawn everyone's loot that was in there. So force despawning is just taking it out of the tent and placing it on the ground, and then after a while it'll just naturally despawn. So this is going to be the guild hall. So the parking lot, we're going to do right on the edge of the parking lot all the way around. Yeah, he was an ass. All the way around the parking lot, we're going to put a wall right on the edge, right here, all the way around. Yeah, there's a bus in there and some bullshit, but we're going to put it all the way around to this back over here. Nope. That's the wife. Me traveling, it causes some, I need to be able to talk to her. So, all right, I'm going to jump off of here for maybe 30 minutes, and then I will be right back. I'm just going to log off. You guys won't see anything that I haven't done. I won't be doing anything. So we'll just jump right back into it when I'm done.